Well, hello everybody. Welcome back. Josh here with Josh's Lawn and Landscape. Thank y'all for taking the time out to watch today. It's been a couple of days. I want to thank everybody for the support and response to the last video and the channel in general. Last video got a lot of contact, I guess you can say, comments and everything. So I know everybody that's seen that video is probably wondering what the status of my mower situation is and kind of how everything transpired. So we'll get into that. But I want to say, first of all, Mr. Gerald, I already got my seatbelt on. Crazy weekend, y'all. Crazy weekend. Y'all know from the last two videos that I had purchased a Bad Boy Revolt 54-inch cut stand-on mower with the 28 horsepower Vanguard EFI engine. And obviously y'all know the issues I had with it. So again, I'm going to get in depth on that. You know, there was the clip on the throttle cable, what I perceived to be probably a bad gas cap causing it vapor lock in the motor every so often. And then the big one was the transaxle on the left side. After running it for a little while and it getting hot, I wanted to stick and drag, and you couldn't turn, or the wheel wouldn't move. So fluid levels were good, all of that stuff I explained in the last video. So there is something else on the trailer back there behind the Z. So my dealer did get me hooked up Monday morning, actually. So no downtime in that regard. So just a lot went into the decision, a lot of just thought process and everything about how to approach the situation after the incidents with the other mower. And first of all, I want to say this is not in any way, and I don't want this to reflect as some big knock on Bad Boy. They make a great machine. Every manufacturer has had bad apples. So I know people that have some people that have Bad Boys and absolutely love the machine. So and it's a very comfortable ride. It does sit a little lower than some other mowers. Very comfortable riding mower. Good cutting mower. Slings the grass outrageously well. A lot of volume underneath the deck space for airflow. So a lot of pluses. And as anybody knows, a Bad Boy mower is built like a tank. So I don't want in any way, shape, or form to reflect badly on Bad Boy as a brand. They make a solid machine. This particular experience just was not a gold star event. So we'll say that. So I wanted to start off by covering that part, or covering that in this video. I've got to whip in here real quick to the ice machine and get some ice in my cooler before I go to the first property. So y'all sit tight for a minute and I will be back. All right, y'all. So as you can tell, it's getting a little late. Things just continue to be crazy for me. Where I work at it with bus maintenance shop, one of the buses broke down. I had a flat tire right down the road here, so I had to meet up with one of the mechanics from the shop, help him get the tires changed out. So I'm back, so I'm gonna try to wrap this video up real quick. Won't be any mowing footage, just discussion. So I took the Revolt back to the dealer Monday, and shout out again to my dealer, B&L Rental, and Andy over there for getting me hooked up. I showed up and kind of went back over what was transpiring with the mower, and so he basically just no questions, well, one question. He said, what you want us to do? Do you want us to get it fixed, or do you want to try to trade it, or what do you want? So yep, you got it. Here it is. I did a trade for the Scag V-Ride 2 52-inch cut velocity deck. It has the FT730 Kawasaki. This is the carbureted version, so this is the 24 horse. I think the EFI is supposed to be 26 horse, but carbureted Kawasaki. This is, I think, what they said replaced the FX motor. So that's what I got. So I have put right at 1.5 hours on it. I think it had 0.2 hours on it when I bought it. So a couple of quick things on this. Again, I just wasn't going to play around with mower issues and stuff, and there are some things I like better about this machine. Lesson learned for me is when you got a hunch to go with something, even if it costs a little more, go with that. So as you can see, I've already taken my discharge chute off. I'm going to get me a chute blocker for that, but I don't run the discharge chute extension there, that piece. I always take them off. Just too aggravating to try to flip it up, flip it down, flip it up, flip it down, to help with the maneuverability. So I'm a much bigger fan of the deck adjustment here rather than the pull to release type, where you just kind of pull it real quick and it lets down, which is what's on the Quick Track and what's on the, or was on the Revolt. So again, back to my dealer. He contacted the finance company, explained everything, and I was able to get the same terms on my finance. Basically, the only difference was obviously this mower was about $2,000 more than the Revolt, but I still got this mower for less than 11 grand. So I think I did pretty good on that. It has the Kenda tires on the back. I think it's a 23 by 9.5 by 12s. 8-gallon fuel tank. Again, deck height adjustment. This has the push button type. Very comfortable, bolstered pad. Noticeably taller stance when I'm on the mower versus the Revolt. But good ride, and I will say I did demo one of these a couple years back. But it's been 2 or 3 years at least. I think it's like 3 years. Yes, I do like that the fuel gauge is right in your view here on top of the tank, instead of on the Revolt it was like the circle that was right here where you had to look down through it to see the tank, because the tank's up underneath here. Obviously, most anybody knows there's enough information out there on these that this is the Hydrogear pumps and Parker wheel motors versus just the Hydrogear transaxles. So very smooth ride on this one, very stout. I will say, even having demoed it before, just getting back on it now, that the hype is real. on the Velocity Plus deck. As far as first cut credentials, if you want to call it, very nice. Again, I love my 7-iron deck and it does an excellent job. This is probably just a touch better, but again, time will tell. I only cut a few yards with it, nothing too crazy, but yeah. So new mower reveal number 2. So that's it, y'all. So joined Scag Nation. Again, as you can see, the deer is still on the trailer. It ain't going nowhere. I relisted the quick track. It's been about 3 or 4 days, and I have yet to hear back from the gentleman that came and looked at it. So we'll see. Who knows? He may contact me tomorrow and say he's got the money. So that's what it is. So yeah. So it was really cool. Like I said, you know, my finance term and everything basically stayed the same. Payment went up about $30 a month. But I think it's going to wind up being well worth it. Again, I'll probably do a full-on review, I guess, in a few hours after I get a few more hours on it, which will probably be sometime next week or maybe over this weekend. But we'll see. It's Mother's Day weekend, so kind of might have to move the schedule around a little bit. I do have early week next week at work, so I'll be getting off earlier. So I may just shift some stuff into the first part of next week. So, but it's getting dark. Just wanted to pull in here to the yard. I thought about cutting a little more, but I figured, well, I'll do the reveal and just kind of let y'all know everything that went down. So, smooth transition. Just took a little while getting the paperwork changed out. They had a mow now, pay later set up. So, good thing is I don't have to make a payment on this sucker till October. So I can put it to work making money for me. Put some money aside to cover the few months of payments during the off season, and then yeah, so that's where we're at. That's what it is, y'all. Again, Scag V-Ride 2. Gonna be a great machine. So a couple of things, I'll go over it later. I think when I say I'll do a full on walk around review, just kind of gave some tips today and some things I like about it. So we shall see. Back to the Cowie, away from the Vanguard. So that's it, y'all. Scag V-Ride 2 52-inch cut is now part of Josh's Lawn and Landscape. So I think it's going to be a good complement to the Z-Track, and going to be very productive for me. So thank y'all. Y'all be safe, be kind, be blessed, and catch y'all on the next one.